Good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
PDG Praful ji, Dr. Girish, Dr. Shilpa, Dr. Sangeeta, members of Team Rosdak and dear Rotrax, and invited guests. Today, seminar. Again, we are doing one more seminar today on skin organ donation awareness. Why? What is the need for this seminar? Children, out of 16,000 patients in need of organs only in India, only around 12,000 donors are available. The factors such as lack of awareness about this organ donation, religious beliefs, and inadequate transplantation centers affect the country's organ donation program. So Team Rosdak has been trying to spread the awareness in this direction for the past few months. We have had essay competitions, Kavi Sammelans. In the Interact Week, we had an intra-skin organ donation seminar. This being the Rotrac Week, we have named this seminar Rotrac Skin, especially for you Rotracs, to know more about organ donation. We are sure you will have a basic knowledge about the organ donation, and also you will be able to clear some misconceptions that are there in your mind after today's session, and you will help us in spreading awareness on this cause. With this webinar, we are also appealing to all participants to participate in this upcoming project, as together we can make a change in the mindset of the people and motivate them to pledge their organs. So may I now request our PDG, Praful Sharma ji, to say a few words.
Thank you, President Kala, and good evening. Namaskar to everyone sitting from different parts of India. This is Mumbai. Many of us are from Mumbai, and you all know that you must be getting the news from different platforms, social media, electronic media, print media, that Maharashtra is going through a tough time, and so is Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Nasik, and different parts of Maharashtra. But let me tell you that we Mumbaikars are taking good care of ourselves, our neighborhoods, our community, and we are planning to spread as much message as possible to stop the pandemic and take care social distancing and mask. The same way, the Rosdak is creating awareness of skin, eye, and organ donation. As the President Kalla has already said that there have been number of seminars or other webinars for the last 1 year, the Kavi Sammelans, and different way to spread the message of create awareness about the skin, eye, and organ donation. And I was lucky and fortunate that many of these webinars I was part of it, and Kavi Sammelans I conducted, like Kala, President Kala is conducting today this program. And I'm happy that Dr. Sunil Keswani, Dr. Shilpa Panda ji is there, Sangeeta Panda is there, and Dr. Trivedi, they have been spreading the message in these webinars. But everyone knows about eye donation, and most of us know about organ donation. We keep on getting the news that someone died and someone rendered, and how the organs were given to someone, and the life was saved. But you will be surprised, even I was surprised to know that not many, even the people who are the medical profession, medics, do not know that skin can also be donated. So main purpose, I think, is though eye donation and organ donation is the main purpose, but skin donation is the most important. And I'm very happy that National Burn Center, situated in outskirts of city of Mumbai, but in Navi Mumbai, a place called Airoli, is serving the community for last many years, not only in the western part of India, but all over India. And what Kala has said just now, that youth, आप युवा लोग हैं, ये कल आने वाले कल का भविष्य है, और आप लोग अगर ये संदेश जन जन तक, घर घर तक, देश देश तक, गांव गांव तक पहुंचा पाएंगे कि आई ऑर्गन एंड स्किन डोनेशन हम सबका मूलभूत उत्तरदायित्व नहीं मगर कर्तव्य है हर एक व्यक्ति का, और हमें करना चाहिए. मैं फिर से एक बार दोहराता हूँ सार्वजनिक रूप से सबके सामने, आई एम रिपीटिंग वंस अगेन दैट without having given any consent, my family members have got the request and instructions, not only my immediate family members, but cousins and neighbors and relatives, that something happens to me, as much as possible, the organs, eyes, and skin can be donated from my body. And my wife and my daughter has got instructions that she will not object to it. Of course, it is a tough decision, but if half or if few percent of the Indians can take such kind of decisions, I think a lot of lives can be saved. All the best for the seminar, and I have been working with the Rotaractors and Interactors for many years in our district, and I'm sure many of you Rotaractors are going to be a future Rotarians. Many of you will become a successful Rotary club presidents, and I wish that some of them you become a leader of the district, like district governors. Wherever you reach, whatever you do, but keep in mind that keep spreading the message, good messages like this, what Rosdec is doing throughout your life. I think even if you do this, you will do a great service to the community for which you Rotaractors have joined Rotaract, and the Rotarians who have joined Rotary. मुझे केवल इतने बातें कहनी है जो मैं कई बार कहता हूँ कि मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि मेरी कुछ पंक्तियां मैंने लिखी थी कि मैं बाद में कभी याद आया तो बोलूंगा, मगर ऑल द बेस्ट राजेश, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी. Rosdec is doing a great job, and all the people connected with the Rosdec, I wish all the best, and special of course mention of Dr. Girish Trivedi, Sangeeta Panda, and Dr. Shilpa from National Burn Center. President Kala, thank you very much. Over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prafulji. As always a pleasure to hear you inspiring words. आप जब तक राजेश जी बोलेंगे तब तक आप जो आपकी पंक्तियां भूल गए थे वो जरा आप सोच लीजिए, so that you can.
मैं याद कर लेता हूँ.
तब तक आपने तब तक Thank you, Praful ji. Rajesh ji, may I now you please request you? Rajesh ji has been when the train होती है, जो ट्रेन में बोगीज बहुत होते हैं, लेकिन उसमें इंजन होना बहुत जरूरी है, इंजन ड्राइवर होना बहुत जरूरी है. So I think he is the driving force for all of us.
Thank you, Kala.
So may I request him to please.
Thank you very much, Kala, for your kind words. Thank you, Praful ji. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I wish very happy Rotaract Day to all the Rotaractors attending this webinar. Today was the day in 1968 when the first Rotaract Club was formed. हमारे आज के इस वेबिनार का एक ही उद्देश्य है, हमारे रोटरैक्टर्स जो कि न सिर्फ रोटरी बल्कि इस देश का भी भविष्य है, उन्हें त्वचा दान के महत्व को और इसकी आवश्यकता के बारे में बताना, यह हमारा आज का उद्देश्य है, जिससे कि भविष्य में आप सभी रोटरैक्टर्स इस दिशा में काम कर सकें और समाज को जागरूक करने में हमारी मदद कर सकें. बीते हुए साल में हमें न जाने कितनी बातें सिखाई गई है. कठिन समय से उभरकर जो समाज के लिए पथ प्रदर्शक बनकर देश की सेवा करे, वही अनुकरणीय है और सही मायने में सफल भी है. हमारे त्वचा दान, अंगदान के लिए की गई सारगर्भिक जागरूकता इस बात का प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण है. इस मुहिम में बहुत सारे लोग जुड़े हुए हैं, लेकिन अभी इसे विश्व स्तरीय मुकाम हासिल करवाना ही हमारा उद्देश्य है और हमारी मंजिल भी है. तभी हम जो 1,40,000 लोग हर साल त्वचा के अभाव में मर जाते हैं, उन्हें हम बचा सकते हैं. उन 1,40,000 लोगों को बचाना ही टीम रोसडेक का एकमात्र लक्ष्य है. इसीलिए मेरी आप सभी रोटरैक्टर से अपील है कि आप सभी इस जागरूकता अभियान में हमारे साथ जुड़ें और इसे आगे से आगे फैलाएं. ना सिर्फ आप हमारी मदद कीजिए, बल्कि मेरा आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि आप आगे बढ़कर जागरूकता के लिए कोई नए प्रोजेक्ट बनाएं, उनको शुरू करें. हम लोग आपके साथ हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Kala,
Yeah.
Can I take 30 seconds?
Yes.
With permission of all of you. I can see Babita ji also here. Babita ji, welcome to this program. So it goes like this. जीवन को सफल बनाना है, हो, अंधियारे को मिटाना है, हो. गांव गांव और शहर शहर में, नगर नगर और डगर डगर में अमन चैन ले आना है, हो हो. Friends, aman chan will come not only with the peace and friendship, आपसी भाईचारा, but aman chan will also come if आंख कॉर्निया की वजह से, स्किन की वजह से या किसी ऑर्गन की वजह से कोई एक जान हम बचा पाए तो अमन चैन वह भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है. Over to you, Kala, again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prafulji. Yeah, you all must have read in the papers that last year, due to the pandemic, there was a decrease in the number of organ donations that was happening because of the COVID situation. But now, of late, there have been instances where there is an increase. Slowly, there has been an increase in the number of donations, that organ donations that has been happening, and we are happy to see. Even last week, there was a instance where 4 people benefited from the organ donation that happened. As we move forward, may I now request Yash Usgaonkar, who is the president of the Rotaract Club of Vivek College of Commerce, to introduce our speaker, Sangeeta Pandaji.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. We, the Rotaract Club of Vivek College of Commerce, have great pride in associating with the cause of spreading awareness about organ donation. I have great privilege to introduce the speaker, Ms. Sangeeta Panda. Welcome, ma'am. Sangeeta ma'am is working at National Burn Center as a research and skin bank officer since 2011, currently involved in several research projects as in burns, also involved in skin bank activities and spreading awareness. Let's hear about what she has to say. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Sangeeta ma'am.
We should know what is skin banking and what is the skin donations. So I'll give you some ideas about that. So there is 2 kind of death. One is, this is like a heart stop functioning, and another is the brain stop functioning. So when the heart stop functioning, that means it's a natural death. And when brain stop functioning, so that is the brain death. So the brain death person should be admitted to the hospital in an IVCU with the ventilator support. So then only we can retrieve whatever the organs we can. So these are the organs we can donate. So when we are live, like now we can donate blood, part of kidney, part of liver, 1 lobe of lungs, intestine, and bone marrow. But when it is natural death, so that time we can donate only eyes, so that is cornea, skin, hard valves, tendon, and middle area. And sometimes we also thought like we can donate the organs while we are in a natural death. No, so that time we cannot donate all the organs. So that organ donation can happen when the patient is in an ICU with a ventilator support. So at that time we can donate kidneys, liver, heart, intestines, lungs, pancreas, bone. And after all these things, so that person can donate skin and eyes. So first of all, so what is skin? So skin is the first defense mechanism. Like it is act as a waterproof, prevent infection from the outside. If it is damaged, the defense mechanism break down. So if you will not treat that patient, so patient may get the infection, the dehydration, and loss of protein and electrolyte. So the patient, ultimately the victim will die. So there is 3 types of degree of burns. So depending upon the size and depth, so doctor decided, so whether it is superficial, whether it is partial, or whether it is full thickness. So if it is superficial, so we called as a other medical term, so we called as a first degree. So that time the patient no need of the a skin substitute and all. But if it is in a second degree deep or full thickness, so that time patient needs the grafting. So skin donation. Sorry. Hello. So there is some contradiction. So I'm talking about right now in a skin donation patients. So any road accident patient also we are using this skin and bed sores and any infected wound. So this skin can be used. So what is the benefit of the skin? This skin, like a most benefit is like it's a most effective dressing material. It's act as a barrier to infection. It improves our immunity. The patient's immunity can also improve because the fluid loss and all these things can stop and reduces pain, lessen the hospital stay, and ultimately the cost of the treatment goes down. So then now coming to the what is skin banking. So the skin banking is the facility where we can collect the skin from the eligible donor and we can process that skin as per the international guidelines and we can keep that skin up to 5 years at 4 to 8 degree temperature. So there is some quick facts about skin donation. The skin should be harvested within 6 hours after death if the body is in a like in AC condition or it is in a temperature like a less than 24. So in that case, you can harvest up to 8 hours. Or if the body is in a mortuary, in that case, we can harvest up to 12 hours. So we can harvest. So whenever we are harvesting, so we have the dermatom. So it's a battery operated dermatom. We are adjusting the thickness like a 0.4 to 0.6 thickness. So it's like a very paper-like thin skin we are harvesting from legs, thighs, and back. And whole procedure takes only 45 minutes. And the beauty of skin is like there is no matching required, and there is no bleeding, and there is no disfigurement. So when the call comes, so first of all, we receive the calls from the NGOs, like any hospital or any from home or everything. So first we have to check the DC. So we ask them for the DC. Then after that, so this is the like a workflow of our skin bank. So after call confirmation, so our team checking the kit and everything keep ready. Then within 10 to 15 minutes, our team will go to the the donor. So after reaching the donor home or wherever the donor is, so first of all, we just ask for the DC, ask for the consent form. So they should sign the consent form. So then after that, we collected the blood. Then these are the procedure, then cleaning. Then you can see here in the second image, you can see this is called dermatom. So this is how we can peel the potato. It's like a peeler like things. So then we properly we bandage. Then we handed over to the relative. So like in all the strips, we keep in 50% of glycerol. So now this is the processing of our skin. So like after getting the skin, so first of all, we are sending the blood to our pathology department for the reports. So once the reports comes, then we carry out the other procedure. Like each strips, so whatever it is in 50%, so we transport to the 85%, and some of the quarantine things is there. Then after some days of the quarantine things like an incubation period, then we measure the strips. So like a thickness and everything. So then here you can observe the crusher where it is the crusher is there. So in that tube, we are keeping like we have to measure and we just write the dimension and everything. So after all these things, so there is a microbiological analysis also there before giving to the patient. So we do all the microbiological things like whether it is positive or negative. So once it is clear, so we are keeping in that skin into our trays. So the temperature of our is like a 4 to 8 degrees. So that time, so here you can observe. You can observe in this crusher I am pointing out. So green level that means it is ready to use. So you can use for the patients, and wherever it is a red that means some of the quarantine is still going on. So we cannot use that skin. And we are not using the skin, so we are providing the skin to all over the India. So wherever the patient is required the skin, so the consent doctor, they are sending the request to us and we are providing the skin to them. So these are the organs like a heart and the lungs. The shelf life of the organ like a heart is only 10 hours, liver, pancreas less than 12 hours, kidneys is 30 hours, And cornea, it is 4 days. Dr. Girish Trivedi will explain you in details. And skin, you can preserve up to 5 years. But there is actually, we need more awareness to get the more amount of skin, but we are not getting that much of amount of skin. Sometimes we are also, the request also comes to us, but we are not having any skin to give it to them. So this is our infrastructure of our skin bank. So it is our administrative department, and this is a cold room. This is kit preparation room, and this is the main instrument. So where it maintains the sterility. This is called biosafety cabinet. So all the procedure we are doing it here. So this is the second incubator, so that proper lubrication, for the proper lubrication of the skin. So we are using this. And this is for the analysis of microbiological testing. So we are using BOD incubator. And here you can see this is the skin bank. So here one patient, you can see the first picture, the back is totally burnt. So the after the like a debridement, like a dead tissue, they remove the dead tissues, and whatever the homograft, so like a allograft, that is the skin, whatever we are harvesting, that is called allograft. So this allograft we are using to the patient. Then, so the patient in the third picture, you can see the patient is healing, and the fourth picture, you can see the patient is totally healed. So this is the second case, same way. The day of admission, then application of the homograft, and patient is totally healed with no scar. So for this, we are creating the awareness, like in wherever, like any colleges, the schools, even in NGOs, societies. So we are going there, and like college students and school students, they are coming to us. So we are creating the awareness to all this. Even we are giving the talks into the condolence meeting. So when we are harvesting the skin, so that time they requested us for the talk for 2 to 5 minutes over there. So we went there and we did the talk. So these are the skin banks. With the help of Rotary, we set up the skin banks in Pune, then Coimbatore, Bhubaneswar, Bangalore, even Nasik, Belgaum, Sangli, and Manipal and Nagpur. So this is the skin donation helpline. If you need more information, you can call in this number. Otherwise, you can go to our website, this is skindonation.in, or you can mail us in skinbank.nbc or nbcaroli@gmail.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji. May I now request Noman Sheikh, the president of the Rotary Club of MEM College, to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Girish Trivedi. Before that, yeah. Noman? I think I have to unmute him. Noman? You can unmute.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Good evening, everyone. I Rotary Noman Sheikh, President of MV Mandiris College of Commerce and Science of year 2021. Would like to welcome our guest for today, Dr. Girish Trivedi, sir. Dr. Girish is from Rotary Club of Mumbai, Kandivali West. He was president during the years 2009 and 2010. He is also the founder of NGO AIDS Combat International, which supports HIV-infected patients. Since last 9 years, Dr. Trivedi sir has been working on organ donation awareness for various sectors of the society. He has incubated 1,950 eyeballs on his own. He has been involved in various medical charitable activities after leaving his general practice from the year 1999. I would like to conclude with this introductory remark.
Navneet,
Yeah, just a second. My screen is visible?
Yes,
Yes.
screen is visible. There is no audio.
Yeah. The audio is fine now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking at the green eyes of one of the world's most beautiful women.
The beauty contest, one is asked all sorts of questions, like, how will you continue to live after you're gone? I would leave my eyes to an eye bank and help someone see again the wonder of our world through my eyes, long after I'm gone.
Good evening, all of you. Hello.
Good evening.
My
Okay, sir.
purpose of showing these two videos to youngsters was that we have a neighboring country, Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka exports corneas all over the world. And if we talk of our city, Mumbai,
बोलिए.
we are always facing shortage of cornea. This shortage of cornea is due to lack of awareness. All the people know about eye donation, skin donation, but when the point comes, when it comes to donating, we miss out lot of cause. Even among our Rotary community, we miss lot of young eye donation cause. And here is the point where you youngsters can play a very important role. I will give you a small example. Suppose there is a death in your society or in your family. A 45-year-old or a 30-year-old person dies of accident, or he dies of massive heart attack. The family is under a lot of stress. They are grief stricken. At that point, nobody thinks about eye donation or skin donation. But if you are aware about where to contact, whom to contact, what is the time period, then you can just explain the family. You can stand up and tell the family that, look, you can donate eyes and skin. These are two simple donations, and these are the numbers where we have to contact. So you as youngsters, you as Rotaractors have a very big role to play to increase the number of eye and skin donations. Sri Lanka, there are a lot of religious gurus who are spreading awareness about eye donation, and the numbers are always on the higher side. So here, one are the religious gurus, and second are the youngsters. You can make a big difference in creating awareness and increasing the number of eye and skin donation. As Dr. Shilpa Karnik and Madam Sangeeta Panda, they have been talking a lot about skin donation, and now people are coming forward for skin donation also because they are now aware. So you have to keep two simple things in mind, that eye donation and skin donation can be done once the person is declared dead by the family doctor, or is declared dead in the hospital setup. So after death, only skin donation and eye donation is possible. Today I will be talking on eye donation. The second slide what you saw was a celebrity like Aishwarya Rai talking about eye donation. If celebrities take up this topic in a very big way, we can see a big jump in the number of eye and skin donations. Somebody has to, like if Rotarian Kala Sridhar, she speaks to people, they know that she is working on this subject. If Dr. Shilpa Karnik, Dr. Sunil Keswani, they talk on skin donation, people know that they are the people who are working at the grassroots level. So celebrities in our country, they make a big impact. So celebrities, if they start creating awareness in a big way, definitely the number of eye and skin donations will increase. Coming back to eye donation, it is very simple. Your role or role of a Rotarian or a role of a Rotaractor is to motivate the family for eye donation. Once the family agrees for the donation, then they have to immediately contact the nearest eye bank. Like in the western suburbs, we have Rotary Eye Bank of Borivali. In South Bombay, we have Bachuali Eye Bank. Then we have Sayara Eye Bank in Thane. Once you contact the eye bank, the team will reach to your place as fast as possible. Once the team reaches, the eye enucleation can be done within 15 to 20 minutes. So before the team leaves, the simple procedure is that we tell the family members to send the copy of the death certificate on the WhatsApp. Once the death certificate is clear, like the person is eligible for eye donation, then the team will leave, and there are certain things the family has to take care of before the team arrives. The fan has to be put off. If the AC facility is there, they have to put on the AC. They have to close both the eyes and put wet cotton or wet cloth on the eyes, and they have to raise the head by placing a small pillow. So when we are doing the removal of the eyeballs, the chance of bleeding will be very less. Once the team reaches, as I told you, it takes only 15 to 20 minutes to remove the eyeball. Once the eyeball is removed, we place proper cotton packings, we place plastic eyelids and close the eyes properly. The family members or the people who are nearby, they will not know also that the eye donation has been done. And the eyeball will be sent to the eye bank. There the processing of the cornea will be done. Now, one more thing you should keep in mind, that by doing eye donation, we are giving sight to corneally blind people, जिसका cornea खराब हो जाता है. Now, there are 3 types of major blindness, like corneal blindness. Once your cornea is damaged, you have to replace it with a new cornea. Cornea is like, if you have your watch, there will be a glass on that watch. Same way, in our eye, the front portion is the cornea, where the light will enter and then the images will be reflected and the person will be able to see. Now, by chance, if the cornea is damaged due to injury, chemical burns, post-operative complications, then that person will need a new cornea. And this cornea we can only get if somebody does eye donation. So retina blindness due to glaucoma, we are not in a position to do much. But with 25% of the people who are blind in India suffering from corneal blindness, they will be definitely in a position to give vision to people who are corneally blind. The time is 6 hours. You have to do the eye donation within a period of 6 hours. Age limit is 1 month to 80 years. There are certain eye banks who take the eyeballs up to 100 years also, where the eyeball is used for different therapeutic purpose. 10 cc or 5 cc of blood collection is mandatory. You have to do the blood collection from the diseased person. This is for the virological studies like HIV, hepatitis C, hepatitis B. It is mandatory, and there will be no problem when we are taking the body for cremation. हम जब उसको cremation के लेकर जाएंगे तो कोई problem नहीं होने वाला है. There will be no disfigurement of the face, no bleeding. So next अगले जन्म में वो इंसान अंधा भी पैदा होएगा, ऐसा भी नहीं होता है. These are all myths which are prevailing. These things have to be cleared, and you youngsters can make a very big difference. You are the people who can create more and more awareness. You can motivate more and more people. So next time, if you have a death in your family, in the society, you think about eye donation, you think about skin donation, contact the nearest eye bank, nearest skin bank, and the team will be there to do the needful. A humble request to all of you that if you can fill up pledge forms, then it is okay. If you have not filled up the pledge form also, eye donation and skin donation can be done once the family decides after 5 to 10 minutes of death. आपने फॉर्म नहीं भी भरा होगा तो आपका डोनेशन हो सकता है. If you are filling up the form, the family will know that this was the wish of the person who had died, so we should fulfill the wish, and they will try to do their best possible by contacting the eye bank and skin bank. If you have any doubts, we will clear all the doubts in the final session when we will come up with a QA session. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Madam, I am done.
Thank you, doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. May I now request Vedant, who is IPP of Rotaract Club of SPIT, to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Shilpa.
Thank you so much, Kala ma'am. Good evening to one and all present here. I am Rotaractor Vedant Sapte, currently the Joint Professional Development Director at Rotaract District 3141. And I also happen to be the immediate past president of Rotaract Club of Sardar Patel Institute of Technology. So our next speaker today is Dr. Shilpa Karnik ma'am, who is currently working as the administrator in the Department of Medical at the National Burn Center in Navi Mumbai. So ma'am has been in this administrator position since the year 2007. She has given talks all over the country with respect to skin banking. Ma'am has had the privilege of traveling to Netherlands for skin bank training, which was a part of setting up of the skin bank at the National Burn Center back in the year 2009. Ma'am has also presented papers at esteemed conferences, including NABICOM and also the Skin Banking Conference at APBC 2019 in Singapore. So with that being said, and without any delay, I would like to call upon ma'am to probably say a few words. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all students. Good evening to all Rotarians, Dr. Trivedi, Praful Sharma sir, and Rajesh Modi ji. Jaise Sangeeta has mentioned everything about the skin donation, and Trivedi sir has already mentioned everything about eye donation. I just wanted you people, all students, should make more and more skin donation awareness in the society. And as during this COVID pandemic, we were holding the skin donations calls since month of April 2020 to August 2020, because it's for the safety of our staff who is going to harvest the skin donation. Again, we were not aware whether the person who's want to donate, whether he's died of COVID or something. But August 2020 onwards, we had started the skin donation calls again. And as Sangeeta told, the criteria for the skin donation, now August 2020 onwards, when we receive a call, we again ask for the COVID things. If the patient had any fever or cough in last 15 days, whether he had traveled somewhere, whether he was a death occurred at home, and whether the COVID test has been done or not done. And if the COVID test has not done, whenever our team reaches there and they take a blood sample for triple H, like HIV, HBCG, and HCV, we also take a COVID swab, nasal swab for the COVID test. And as soon as we reach here, we send this COVID thing for testing. Though see, it's important because whether if COVID patient was the COVID negative or positive, we will be able to know. In one case, it happened that the swab comes positive, so we had discarded that scheme. But though the patient was COVID positive, patient was not breathing, so there are less chance. Though the virus leaves in the body, but patient was not breathing, so there are less chances of spread of that COVID to my staff or the relatives who were at the home at that moment. But it is very important nowadays to find out about all the criteria whichever needed, plus this COVID thing also. As we also give this scheme all over to the country, as Sangeeta mentioned, wherever whoever plastic surgeon wants to do the excision and skin grafting, or we can use this scheme in road traffic accident or diabetic ulcer. So we provide this scheme. But right now, as I told, from April 2020 to August 2020, there were no skin donations call. We are short of with this allograft. Again, if any answers or questions you have, you can ready to ask either Dr. Trivedi or myself.
Yeah, thank you, Shilpa ma'am. We have Yash who wants to ask questions. He has just raised his hands. Yash, you can ask. Unmute and you can unmute.
Ma'am,
Yes.
how many patients can benefit from one donor?
See, if you ask for the skin donation, from the
skin donation.
donors, two donors. So roughly, an average built person, if the person is average build, we can harvest roughly 1200 to 2000 square centimeter skin from his lower extremity, means both lower legs as well as back. And to serve a burns patient who is majorly, this allograft is used only in a major burns patients whenever the patient's own skin is not available. If the patient is but 25-30%, we can use patient's own skin, which is called as autograft. But this allograft, this cadaveric skin, is used in majorly burns patients where their own skin is not available. So to cover a 50 to 60% area, burns area, we need a 2 donor skin. So roughly, as in a Burns rule, if a 1 palm is equal to 1%, so to cover this 1% area, roughly we need 120 to 140 square centimeter skin. So from 2 donors, skin donors, we can able to save 1 burn patient. Okay, Yash.
Yeah, yes, any other questions? What, Dr. Girishji, what are the conditions? Yes. What are the conditions under which I cannot be donated?
First and foremost is if there is septicemia, if there is infection when the person has died. So that is mentioned in the death certificate. Second, if the person is having HIV, hepatitis C, hepatitis B, then if the person is having metastasis, that's where the cancer has spread to all the vital organs of the body. In the early stage of cancer, eye donation is possible. That's why we tell the family to send the death certificate on the WhatsApp, so we can know what is the exact cause of the death. If septicemia is mentioned, if the person has died of advanced stage of cancer, then we don't take the cause generally. So these are 3 or 4 criteria where eye donation is not possible. The family cannot donate eyes.
How much time does this process take, this full eye donation after?
See, to remove the eyeballs, I told you it takes hardly 15 to 20 minutes. And then the cornea, the eyeball is sent to the eye bank, the cornea is removed. then they do the processing of the cornea, and within 96 hours, 2 corneally blind people whose family have registered the name in the eye bank, they will be the beneficiaries. 2 blind people will get sight. And now with advanced solutions available, we can now store the cornea for 14 days also. But as Dr. Shilpa Karnik rightly mentioned, due to this COVID-19 pandemic, even the eye donations had dried up, and people, due to all these limitations, were not donating eyeballs, and eye banks were not taking calls. So now things are slightly improving, but again, due to the number of increase in cases, we are facing some problems.
Thank you, Dr. Girish. Yeah, Dr. Shilpa, one of the participants has asked, can a person with diabetes, hypertension, or any eligible for, can their skin be donated?
Yes, the person with the hypertension or diabetic, they can donate their skin, as Sangeeta Panda has mentioned in the criteria. The contraindications are only HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C. Dr. Trivedi has mentioned the metastatic changes. That any person with the cancer, but there is a spread with the other vital organs, they can't donate. But with hypertension and diabetes, they can donate skin.
Thank you. Yes, you wanted to ask something? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, doctor. I'm Dr. Vandana Tiwari. I have a question for you, Dr. Shilpa. What, like in other countries, when I had my driver license and I had a desire to donate my complete body or the organs along with the skin, it is mentioned in the driver's license. Can that be possible? Something like that in India also? Can it be mentioned in the driver's license as a desire to donate if there is an accidental death, or somebody cannot make that decision at the last time, or with the Aadhaar card? And also have a question about those that are vaccinated with this COVID. Is it okay to donate? I mean, once vaccinated, it should not be a problem then?
Yeah. Good evening, Dr. Vandana. It's a good question. We were, as in the outside country, there is mention, as you also aware about opt-in and opt-out policies. In other countries, it's the body belongs to a government, and it's mandatory that any death occurs, the body belongs, or the organ belongs, or the skin and eyes belongs to the country. But in India, it's not happening so. And we have tried with the RTOs also. We are in a process to put it on the driving license. We are in the process to do it on the death certificate also. So for the skin and eye donation, though the person has not pledged his skin and eye, if the near and dear one of the family can inform us that they want to donate a skin and eye for their near and dear one after death, but within 6 hours, we can always go and harvest the skin and corneas from that person. And with this COVID vaccination also, this is, if the patient is not, as I told you, nowadays we are taking a COVID swab. So with that swab, we can be aware about whether the patient was COVID positive or negative. And with this COVID vaccine, as it's mentioned, it's a 70%, 70-75% immunity booster. We can take a skin and eyes from those vaccinated person also.
I will just add to this. A time will come when, like this viral markers, we will be also doing antibodies for COVID, because we are as such taking blood sample. So people who are vaccinated, as madam wanted to ask whether vaccinated people can donate cornea, they can do eye donation, the family. Yes, the donation will be possible, because after a few months or after a year, I think they will be doing antibodies for COVID. That report also can be done once the blood sample is taken.
Thank you so much, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Giriji. Yeah, yes, you can unmute and ask.
Ma'am, what are the conditions under which skin cannot be donated?
Yes, as it's mentioned, if the patient is with any kind of skin disease, hepatitis B and C positive, HIV positive, if the patient is died because of any kind of generalized infection, any respiratory infection, and again with the metastatic, that is spread of cancer in the body, or septicemia, that is infection in the body, that person cannot donate skin and eyes both.
Thank you, Shilpa ji and Dr. Girish for answering all the questions. As we do want to continue, but then again it's the time constraint. So we will ask all the Rotaracts to.
Madam, we'll just brief them about these youngsters for about, I will take 30 seconds, because organ donation also, as I told you, they can play important role. Suppose there is an accident, the person is taken to the hospital, the doctor declares him brain dead, then the family will not be in a position to take a decision. But the youngsters can talk to the family, okay, now the person is not going to come out of brain death. Why don't you donate 8 organs and help out 12 lives, 12 people? Because in a country like India, 50 lakhs of people are dying waiting for an organ. 5 lakhs of people die annually waiting for an organ. So they should spread this awareness, and they should coordinate with all the coordinators who are into organ donation. This is a simple message for all of them.
Thank you, Dr. Girish. It is again how we should be convinced. Children, you should be convinced. You should be aware of what is the process, what is the benefit, and how you can help others. And then you should try to spread this awareness amongst your. You start with your close family and friends, and then it
First
becomes
of all,
a ripple effect.
The whole family should be very clear about eye, skin, and organ donation. So then they can spread the message easily.
Yeah. Yes, Pankaj Agarwal ji, you wanted to say something. You have raised your hand. Yeah. Yeah, you can unmute.
ओके मेरा एक क्वेश्चन इस तरीके से है, जो स्किन डोनेशन होता है ये न्यूली बर्न पेशेंट के लिए ही होता है या फिर प्लास्टिक सर्जरी में भी यूज होता है मैम?
ये जो स्किन डोनेशन की आइडिया है, ये स्किन डोनेशन से जो कैडेवरिक स्किन हमें मिलती है वो स्किन किसी भी बर्न्स पेशेंट्स के लिए यूज की जा सकती है, किसी भी रोड ट्रैवलिंग एक्सीडेंट में अगर स्किन डैमेज हुई है, ऑर्थोपेडिक ट्रॉमा है, डायबिटिक नॉन हीलिंग अल्सर है, इन सब चीजों में ये स्किन यूज हो सकती है. इट्स नॉट ओनली इन बर्न्स, but not in the plastic surgery. Also plastic and cosmetic surgeries are coming in a different criteria, that is for the looking for more beautiful, so we can't use this cadaveric skin for a cosmetic surgeries.
नहीं, अदरवाइज कैसा है ना, बर्न पेशेंट एक थोड़ा सा अगली दिखने लग जाता है, तो एट दैट टाइम हम वो स्किन यूज कर सकते हैं क्या after recovery? Or
no, this allograft or this cadaveric skin is used only in acute burns. Because this allograft doesn't stick permanently to the patient's body, it sticks there only for 3 to 4 weeks. By that time patients start regenerating his or her own skin. Only with this skin it acts as a dressing, and with this dressing patient loses after burns, patient loses proteins and plasma fluid from the body, which stops. Patient's pain gets reduced, the need of requirement gets reduced, and ultimately the hospitalization periods gets reduced and the cost becomes less. That's the benefit for the cadaveric skin.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now may I request Retractor Kunal Miskin from TCET to give the vote of thanks. Yeah, you can unmute.
I would like to thank PDG Praful Sharma for gracing us with his presence and words of inspiration towards this cause. Thanks Speaker Dr. Sunil Keshwani and Rotarian Dr. Girish Trivedi, Dr. Shilpa Karnik and Sangeeta Panda for such an insightful session. Truly, it was a very eye-opening, and we are also grateful to the moderators of the session, Rotarian Kala Sridhar, for handling the event smoothly. Thanks to all the members of our ROSDAC team for organizing this event, and thanks to all participating Rotaract clubs and all the guests. We appreciate you for joining in today, and we hope you had a good experience.